Purpose, meaning, what is the point of my existence? We have all been bombarded with this primary question, and it is so deep ingrained in all of us as human beings that we become obsessed with it. What is my purpose? When I find my purpose, then I'll be happy. When I find my purpose, I know I'll be doing the work I'm doing. But how can we possibly find something if we don't know what we're looking for? We will never find our purpose. We never will, because we can't find it. The truth is, we get to create our purpose. Purpose is not a place to get to. Purpose is a place to come from. And how we do that is, rather than having our purpose be some tangible goal, like the purpose of my life is to be a banker, or this role or this title or whatever it is, the purpose of our lives is a feeling to come from, something to give. What feelings do you want to feel someday, one day? For myself, the purpose of my life is to be a loving contribution. Now see that as a place to come from, because everything I do can be filled with purpose, be filled with meaning, because I'm doing it in a loving, contributive way. I get to choose to share this insight around purpose that I spent 10 years smashing my head against the wall trying to understand what all the philosophers and everyone was on about. Find your purpose. I was like, yes, but how? And then I uncovered it. And this is me being a loving contribution to share it with you. That is not a place to get to. It's a place to come from. Now, to cultivate this within yourself, you know what to do. You've got to get in a peak state. You've got to move your body. You've got to get energized and get energy into every cell of your being. And then I want you to make some moves and ask yourself, the purpose of my life is, and see what comes through. See what comes through. The purpose of my life is, and see what comes through. Keep repeating this until you start getting some repetition, the same thing coming through. Feel the energy, feel the power behind it, and just stop there, and then keep ingraining it into your body. The purpose of my life is, and see what comes through. To be a loving contribution, to be a loving contribution. The purpose of my life is to be a loving contribution. Get that in your body, get the feelings in there, and then from that, create what you're going to do with it. What are you going to be and do for the world as being a loving contribution? What will be the result? For myself, the purpose of my life is to be a loving contribution, to expand the lives of others and my own. Yes, you've got to put yourself in there to make it a full circle, ego, soul, journey, purpose, all mash up. The purpose of my life is, in order to go get in state. Go chant it and scream it to the world and see what comes through. You don't need a workbook. You don't need a list of words to clarify what it is it could be. Just get it out there. Trust what comes through and say it with power and grace and see what comes through. The purpose of my life is, love you, work team. This is a place to come from. You can now bring meaning and purpose through everything you do in every single interaction. From getting a glass of water to creating something for someone to having a conversation with another human being. This purpose level stuff is a place to come from, not a place to get to. Love your work, D.